You, asshole from Michigan!
Who, me?
Do you see any other assholes from Michigan here?
Well, my cousin Mike, he is staying down the... You're not laughing.
You look like the sort of man who needs more Mormon cinema in his life.
I knew I shouldn't have worn this shirt.
And not just Mormon cinema, but a Mormon pirate movie.
Can I at least make a cutlass out of balloons or something?
I would break your legs if you didn't!
Yay. Will this take long?
Probably.
Yar.
You weak, pathetic fools. Mormon cinema is my domain.
You have a domain?
You do movies?
You do anything? I thought you were a mascot with an adorable accent.
Quiet! You are about to brave the dark waters of LDS cinema without even the protection of the great Richard Dutcher. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. There. Now you might survive on human feet.
Ah, sweet. I can garrote someone with this.
Great. So hey, do I need to, visit other hotel rooms now or something?
Silence! All you have to do is review the movie. Now go! And may Elohim have mercy on your souls.
Which he totally will, because we don't have hell, but...
Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Yar! Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away.
You know the difference between you and me?
Yar.
I make this look good.
Yar.
Look at this fucking cover. Brilliant. Pirates so salty you won't believe you're buccaneers. Was there ever a better tagline? Actually, don't answer that or I'll fucking kill you. This is from 2006 and stars Kirby Hayborn, one of my two favourite Mormon actors. Yes, I have two favourite Mormon actors. It's about piracy, skullduggery, and the shivering of timbers on the Great Salt Lake. In Utah. Because where else are you going to find fucking pirates? The Water Closet Films presents a story about a mysterious Native American in white, who I assume is an angel or righteous spirit, armed with an anachronistic metal detector. An anachronistic metal detector that's shit at detecting the metal of his sword, but is amazing at detecting cameras.
There's a legend around these parts. Still told now and again.
So, are we gonna talk about all the religious referencing?
I thought I did. It's a Mormon film, so he's clearly an angel or righteous spirit.
Not that! Look, the pirate's lying on the ground with his arms out like Jesus. His sword hilt makes a cross, and the metal detector beeps like a heartbeat. It's only a few seconds long.
But it's drenched in...
Symbolism!
Most people don't believe it, but some still do.
Of course, we could both be wrong, and somewhere there's an unmade Big Lebowski sequel where Sam Elliott's talking Jeff Bridges' ear off about how proud he is that his son went into the family business.
The stranger tells a story about a poor farmhand in colonial times who sought out his fortune so he could marry his girlfriend.
She was pregnant with this child, but he had nothing to offer her.
Nothing but his sideburns.
I'm pretty sure the story about why this cow's body chose to leave without its head would be far more interesting. Or not, because pirate Romanies make any story an instant classic.
Until one day, the young man happened upon fate.
Hi, Fate!
Hi, young man.
What dost thou seek?
My fortune. What's in this one?
Those are my magic cards. They turn people into frogs. I like to keep them neat.
I get that the guy's desperate to find his fortune, but if you're going to resort to theft, you can do better than a theater supply shop in the middle of nowhere. Because this is technically a pirate movie, he stole a treasure map. Unfortunately...
that cave was cursed.
Cursed! By an internal light source.
Hey, is it just me or does that chanting sound confused?
Huh? What?
Uh-oh, he's stealing shit from One-Eyed Willie's stash. He is fucked. And finally, I feel pretty.
Oh, shit.
So he's murdered by a non-speaking part, Native American Shao Kahn, who of course is never seen or referenced again. Except when we find out he's actually a ghost pirate whose behaviour doesn't resemble this. But that's later on.
Totally worth it to feel like a princess!
The cave was a tomb.
All perfectly normal tomb behavior, I think you'll agree. Clearly, if they leave your ashes in a tomb, you'll become the smoke monster from Lost. QED.
Or you'll just be put on display.
What does that have to do with the story you're here sitting in front of?
Well, technically it's part of it.
Unless the DVD is lying to us again. So after the first few bars of the Braveheart theme, we're with one of our main characters, Flint Weaver, who's about to kill a worm that's only 2 days away from retirement. Ugh, someone's been doing a lot of dumping in that lake.
That is the Great Salt Lake.
Ew, someone's been doing a lot of dumping in the Great Salt Lake.
That's better.
Wait, you told me this was a Mormon pirate movie. Why is it set in the modern day? Yeah, I couldn't tell instantly, but that's because the historical scenes looked nearly identical to this.
Listen, we all go into this film thinking it's an actual pirate movie and go through the feeling of betrayal when we find out it's about pirate LARPing. But about 15 minutes later, you begin the two-part process of accepting it for its own genius. And about 35 minutes in, you finish that, understand why the noble lie was necessary, and just want to fucking fillet it.
It's called milk before meat, so shut the fuck up and eventually enjoy it!
Yes, mistress.
While being snarky.
Wow, I guess Jake and the Neverland Pirates didn't pay much in the way of royalties, huh? I mean, seriously, come on, he looks just like a grown-up version of Jake from that show.
What show?
That show.
Ah. The captain's called Kirk, by the way, so on their trusty ship, the jolly old Saint Nick, which hilariously looks like the Jolly Aids in some shots, they then boldly go and attack what might be an Emmanuel movie.
Hello.
We simply require that you choose between your goods or your life.
Just 5 minutes later, and they could have interrupted a disappointing lesbian scene.
I don't know if it was deliberate or not, but the top of the captain's hat looks a bit like a vagina. Either way, it fits.
I can't swim! Forget, you can't drown in these waters.
Now that just sounds like a challenge.
Ah!
And really, why isn't pirate LARPing a thing?
Quickly. Ah!
Because that involved nerds getting close to water. So a Deus Ex Machina swims into battle when they find half of the treasure map from the story earlier on. After some non-digital land piracy, they take it to the best 18th century treasure map expert they can find in North Utah.
Well, boys, either it's real or it's fake.
It's also either a nest of spiders, or it's not.
That's encouraging.
And this woman appears to be turned on by the map. I like the enthusiasm. Continue.
I love the First Mate magazine. A publication so prestigious they didn't even bother to bleed it off all the edges. I mean, come on. Clearly the props department just printed this on a piece of paper, folded it in half, and called it a day.
It looks better than half the fanzines I've ever seen. I mean, it's even got colour.
It says right here there's a school in the South Pacific where they'll train us to be real pirates.
There's also one in Sudan, but they'd have to bring their own blackface, and it just wouldn't be politically correct. Anyway, the map is authentic, and the other half is in one of the reference books.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you can't check this book out. It's from general reference.
How silly of us to think that we could borrow a book from the library!
Okay. The line wasn't great, but the performance killed it.
Oh, fuck you! They were both brilliant!
Because stealing a book would be too dangerous a task, they instead recreate one of Blackbeard's most famous victories and hijack the photocopier.
This whole thing would really be cuter if they were both 10.
Did I ever tell you why I decided to take up our chosen profession? It all started 3 weeks ago, before I met you.
Hey, did I ever tell you why I decided to review this film?
No.
It was over 30 minutes ago, before I met you. I think I'll review Pirates of the Great Salt Lake.
Oh, hey Shire, what are you doing here?
A brief and pointless cameo?
Yeah, same here. Want to make a brief and pointless cameo at the bar?
That sounds like a great plan.
Let's do it.
very moving.
Anyway, we get the captain's origin as his mother walks in and him whittling a wooden sword while dressed as a pirate and watching an old pirate movie. This hybrid gay masturbation cross-dressing joke single-handedly makes this easily the greatest Mormon movie ever made.
Oh! Oh!
It is a funny scene, but I mean, come on, that's kind of a low bar here, isn't it? I mean, come on, greatest Mormon movie is a bit like greatest Uwe Ball movie. Isn't it? Isn't it?
No! You are thinking of evangelical cinema! One involves multiple heavens and competitive filmmaking!
I am calling the doctor first thing in the morning. We will cure you of this perversity.
I am not sick.
Kirk, it's not natural.
Okay, gay people are pirates. Hey, is this whole film an especially long and complicated butt pirate joke?
I've been thinking about the mountain. Perhaps we should go hunt for its treasure.
Pirates don't hunt for treasure. They bury it.
The treasure is his penis.
I think you're reading too much into it. The term hetero-life partners was invented for these two. It's like they're starring in the zaniest, greatest porno ever made, but they forgot to film any sex.
Well, they wouldn't have any sex. They're Mormon. No gay pirate sex with your first mate until after marriage.
And maybe after marriage to your second mate. Polygamy joke! Anyway, they spotted some hamburger-based booty ashore and spent longer than some shots in Lawrence of Arabia trying to reach it.
Look, Dad! Pirates!
I hate pirates.
Okay, why is this film one random silly set piece after another? And why is there an old woman comparing them to performers in pirate-themed live shows when they're trying to rob her?
Please. Milady. The goods or your lives.
The better question is, why the fuck is it so funny?
It's kind of an ethical issue. See, Captain Kirk can't eat anything that he doesn't steal. It's the pirate's way.
I hate Star Trek.
I stole these once we had a back turn.
The captain wants to throw in the towel. Ever since Johnny Depp, no one's taking pirates seriously. They're at their lowest ebb. That is, until Flint comes up with an idea. The same idea he'd had a few times before, but now he might be listened to. To use the map and try to find the treasure.
We'd be the fiercest pirates on the planet.
Fiercest white ones!
Unless you're Amber Heard.
We're Lewis and Clark.
Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer!
We're Siegfried and Roy.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you really are.
Superman and Aquaman.
You're Aquaman!
After stealing some provisions in a daring lemonade stand raid, they take a look at the map, only to uncover the symbol for a local mountain, Mount Crevice. It's easy to spot. It looks a bit like an oxymoron.
We get Flint's origin and it's truly shocking. There he is, a regular old everyday Mormon, given a ton of free crab by the object of his affection, but when she turns him down for a date, he shacks up with literally the first guy he comes across.
Well, I hate to be a bother, but it's you and there's no other. I do believe you can call me naive, but I know me very well, at least as far as...
Seriously, that is a pitch-perfect closeted pirate cottaging pickup. If they weren't fucking off screen a few minutes later, then at least one of them should have been really confused.
Sexy out?
No, if either of them are sexy, it's the captain!
She has a point.
Look at the stars, Flint. They comfort me. Do you know why?
Because unlike fire, they don't illuminate you with a strobe light?
Hey! What the hell's going on out there?
Like all pirates, they're just really creative homeless people at heart, so the captain decides to raid his mother's house for shit they can pawn so they can buy provisions. But the robbing scene's got nothing going for it. Even the music's crap enough to sound like it was lifted from an evangelical film.
I am whole. I believe I am alive. I am everything.
What the hell have evangelical films done to you?
The revelation of the tribulation is an apocalypse of judgment! You will see me dance before I'm left behind again!
I'm sure that explains everything.
I have felt their sting.
And in case you're wondering, no, the cops don't get involved in the series of thefts caused by pirates. Utah's police were clearly way too busy being sad that porn exists.
Hey, wait a minute. The guy who owns the pawn shop is the same dude who died in the beginning of the story. Yeah, I'd recognize that congested tone anywhere.
Alright, 140 in cash or 150 in store credit.
150, sir!
I'll handle this, Flint.
The more he talks, the more I realize he's the grown-up version of Jason from home movies.
Perhaps we could arrange an exchange.
Is that an acting choice, or is he just a shit actor? Who's stoned?
That's Larry Bagby. It's clearly an acting choice.
And who the fuck is Larry Bagby?
Ah, yes, sorry. He used to go by another name that I'm sure you're familiar with. Larry Bagby III.
Yeah, I've still got nothing.
Nothing? He was only a recurring character in the first 3 seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and a supporting character in the best early 90s kids movie, Hocus fucking Pocus.
Tubular. This is ice.
I am so glad that you decided to tell me that.
You wanna know what the other bully from Hocus Pocus has been up to?
Oh, God, no!
Oh. It involves the Terminator.
Oh, yeah? No, still no!
Be still, my heart.
Weird how Pawn Stars Salt Lake City has so much pirate-related stuff for sale. Truly, the area is known for its rampant timber shivering. And look at that flag. It's like they checked through the long list of known real-life pirate flags and decided, we're not going to do that.
Ironically, the only thing a pirate is scared of violating is copyright. They had to sell their bike to pay for the expedition, so we have to wonder what the fuck that telescope is worth. Anyway, they're all geared up and ready to go. Let's hope there's no last-minute fuck-ups.
Oh, Captain, don't drink that!
That water was in there when we bought the canteen. No telling how old it was.
It's like salsa.
That water's from New York City!
Better than water from Flint, Michigan.
Oh, my minions drink that. They have to wait for Michael Moore to piss it out.
So do we.
Fuck up duly achieved. Because all films lap themselves, Flint leads the captain to sleep off poisoning himself when he's kidnapped by the pawn shop owner, who really wants a map for some reason.
Where is it? P-Rat?
I believe the correct term is pirates.
But what's far more important than that is highway corn piracy in a stolen shopping cart. Fucking yar!
Oh. Well, thanks for coming to the party. Go sit over by your girlfriend.
My girlfriend? I'm the girlfriend.
Where is the map?
Oh, he looks angry enough to send Tony J and his giant fucking head after them.
I'll ask one last time.
Oh jeez, shit just got real.
Fuck yeah! You didn't ask!
Sit your pirate ass down!
You'll use the treasure for evil.
So we some pirates! Shut up!
Oh shit, I'm not supposed to like this movie!
Let it weave its magic. Let it!
If I am to die, please, do me the honor of letting me choose my own form of execution.
How would you like to die?
On top of a pile of money with many beautiful ladies.
The captain realizes, all too late, that salt water really doesn't go well with gunshot wounds. Oh well, still, there's plenty of time left for him to die in a sudden twist. And for Flint to cut the pawn shop owner's hand off, jam a sword up his ass and kick him overboard.
I can't swim! It's impossible to drown in these waters!
But I hope you'll give it a good attempt. Elvis has left the boat!
Death is generally considered the end of everything good.
Oh look, it's the angel spirit and his divine pickaxe of dickheadedly not helping out with the burialness. So the captain's a ghost now. The Mormon pirate LARP euphemism for homosexuality movie officially has ghosts.
What? But I mean, why? And how can he affect the water when he moves? Well, what the fuck, pawn shop guy is still alive? Please at least tell me that salt water fixes sinuses.
Sad day for you, the point where officially by law you're required to have fallen in love with this film passed about a minute ago. Your punishment will be severe.
Like that scares me. I've seen Big Man Japan. Wait, is he sewing out his fucking hand?
Yeah, it's some story of Ricky shit.
Please tell me I'm not the only one ignoring that and instead focusing on that damn bee that wants to be in the shot.
I always thought I'd be hanged. Or poisoned by my crew.
Wait. Isn't it impolite to talk about preferred methods of death with the already dead?
You want to be burned alive? Ugh.
Flint reads the captain a letter from his mother where she explains her reason for freaking out. And it's because pirates can't enter heaven.
There is no room in heaven for pirates. Don't you want to go to heaven?
Him not being in heaven right now just proves her right. And that Mormonism is dickish to Pastafarians.
Meanwhile, at a completely different campfire, the pawn shop owner is doing some hardcore cauterized sodomization. The sad thing is, that's not even the worst sex scene I've seen this year.
The next morning, Flint and the ghost captain come across the same guy who had his map stolen during the story at the start of the film. And his accent's more Jersey than Gypsy.
At long last, you've returned.
I can say that, right?
No one can say Jersey!
He shows him a photo taken at a time before cameras. Even though it was taken with a camera, making the camera anachronistic and not the photograph. And the captain falls in love.
Ooh, that one's handsome.
I'm not even sure if that counts as narcissism or gayness, seeing as that's Kirby Hayborn who plays the captain. The other guy is Flint, pre-incarnated as Will Ferrell.
This captain, played by Flint, and his first mate, played by the captain, had this guy craft a map to where they hid the treasure, and then killed him so he couldn't reveal its location. The captain also kills the first mate for the same reason, because, well, his name's Cutthroat Dan.
Everybody got that?
Okay, aside from being a really kick-ass name for a seafood restaurant, that's probably someone you should avoid working for.
Cutthroat Dan! Consider your treasure cursed! You have not the power. Oh, message for you, son.
The guy in the first story was one of many victims of the curse over the years. It can be lifted, though. Unfortunately, it'll be $3 million, give or take a few pence. So, they give up on the treasure, and it's time for the sad montage with Utah's answer to Blink-182.
He said his last wish was to be cremated.
Now I'm here, feel down, I'm full of sorrow.
Yeah, nothing's quite like skate punk for making sadness funny.
I've said too much, I've said too much, you haven't said enough.
Bambi, quick, the thicket.
Just the game I do it. I would watch my car get a job, a little bit from my shoes, but you won't do it.
We made it, Mother.
I don't want to waste my time, become another casualty of society. I'll never fall in. I've been seeing fragile lives, shattered dreams.
He was a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her.
Back with the map maker, the pawn shop guy has graduated to full-on wannabe serial killer in order to get the map.
Yeah, safe to say he was just waiting on an excuse to start killing shit. And seeing as the map-selling guy was over 200 years old and had been killed before, that just shows his dedication to his new hobby.
So the pawn shop guy has an idea. Advertise for assistance in finding and collecting the treasure because curses apparently break down if you use them too much.
Do you remember that video company that made those killer commercials for us? Sometimes your crap is other people's treasures. So come on down and let us sell it for more.
Yeah, I bet they recited that like a hymn before every shooting day on Batman vs. Superman.
Batman vs. Superman would have done better business if they sold it with a smiling cat.
In a world full of murder, he was an angry man. He was another angry man, and there was a cat. Batman versus Superman. Meow, 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 meow.
Flint's been blamed for the captain's death, and a detective is on his trail. This leads him to dressing like that.
Listen, this is the kind of film where someone can disguise himself like Brigham Young Moses, so just go with it. Anyway, he goes to convince the captain's mother that he's innocent of his murder.
I already have a religion.
Also, isn't this usually the other way around?
No, I didn't kill your son.
Okay, we're back with the stranger, and... Wait, what the fuck is he doing? Are they... Oh no.
Who's he talking to?
Really? 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 Oh, fucking wonderful! A meta joke!
Are you talking to those trees?
So wait, he can see the stranger, but not the camera. Stranger, camera, stranger, camera, stranger, camera. That's fucking brilliant! Oh, and besides, I identify as a shrubbery. Thank you very much.
Hey, don't mind me, you guys. I just gotta use the bathroom.
Meta humor is not funny. I mean, the longer it goes on, the less funny it gets! I mean, who in their right mind?
Why are you talking to the window? I mean, that's just a window right there. What? Are you okay? What? I'm so confused.
Thank you, Stucky the Dog, me musical puppy.
Anything for you, mistress.
What the fuck is going on here?
The look in your face is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be the crapper, okay?
Oh great, now I don't know what's real anymore. The only thing I am sure about is that Flint kidnapped the captain's mother. This sort of thing usually doesn't end well.
Take it from me, sometimes shit happens and you need to kidnap someone's mother. Anyway, in a brilliant piece of off-screenness, they managed to convince the mother that the pawn shop guy killed the captain and he's a ghost.
I hate pirates!
Pardon my nose, man, but why do you hate pirates so?
Simple, one killed her family. Oh, that's technically true. But no, she was once bothered by a man dressed like a pirate at a cheesy kid's birthday party. And she saw her dad having kinky pirate masturbation.
Let me explain!
Oh, wait. Pirate equals gay. She caught him with gay porn.
Masturbating dads often lead to pirate hatred. That's just science. So they don disguises and join up with the pawn shop guy's expedition. Ready for anything? They even brought a backpack.
I have a backpack.
Okay, so they're going after cursed treasure that they had to give up on because they needed millions of dollars to break the curse. So what's changed exactly between them giving up and now?
They have the captain's mum on board. If nothing else, she's really good at annoying the pawn shop guy.
Oh shit! Get off! Get off! Not the plan, the trap! Go on, somebody! Oh!
Sorry!
Oh, you're not helping, Maud!
Plus, she's rich. She could probably pay to have the curse lifted.
They won't think of that.
You're right, they don't. Meanwhile, at the porn goods shop, this detective is investigating the captain's murder and decides to find out if porn is indeed good, before getting into his car like that.
I had a chance to look at that surveillance footage. The red grape hostage is there. Put out an APB.
That's what I love about this film. Everyone is insane, but in an understated way. Well, except for him.
Don't touch me!
Who are you talking about? Pawn store guy or the cinema slob?
The cinema slob will be bothered by cursed pirate ghosts insulting his performance in Parenthood until he commits suicide in those woods. He doesn't matter.
She's right. I don't matter.
The pawn store owner can't seem to take 2 steps without getting himself a fresh injury, and it's because the map maker cursed him to become a real pirate. Eye patch, peg leg, and all. Hey, Flint's changed his disguise to Stephen King. First Will Ferrell, now Stephen King. This guy is really good at looking like people that he's not. In fact, the only one not in disguise is the captain, and that's really because he's been his true self the entire film. Huh.
And because he's fucking dead. They find the treasure and the captain makes friends with the other dead captain before doing my fucking job and reviewing the film's costuming.
Your costume's terrible.
It's a drop-dead Fred thing, so only ghosts can see other ghosts, because someone realized that all that actor doubling would eventually get expensive. Anyway, it turns out that part of Cutthroat Dan's treasure wasn't cursed, but lost in the Great Salt Lake beforehand. It could be used to pay the debt and...
This is just a saga now.
If I knew what you were referencing, I'd probably hate it.
Hello, Dave. Oh, my wife now, Dave.
You know, pre-Mormon Utah was a utopia of Native American angel spirits, flashbacks involving the same actors, pirates, and guys who got killed so often that he should have changed his name to Beric Dondarrion 23 murders ago. Then the LDS ruined it with their black ties and their enthusiasm for homophobia.
This treasure was hidden literally a few miles from the Salt Lake. Within easy driving distance of the city, If people didn't die within minutes of finding it, I'd be surprised that no one else found it.
Pirate!
So, it turns out that Pawn Shop Guy actually did see through Flint's disguise.
You didn't think I knew it was you, did you?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you really are that dumb.
Be still my heart.
So, how does the curse work?
Fast and very efficiently by the look of it. Yeah, she's a ghost now too. Man, everyone got cursed and shit!
It's not often a single scene turns a character of average intelligence stupider than someone dumber than pig shit, but this one managed it. They stab the pawn shop guy and run off with the ghost to find the treasure. But first Flint needs to pick up a manual labor, his would-be girlfriend.
You're coming with me whether you like it or not.
His oh-so-problematic would-be girlfriend.
This is awkward.
Yeah, that's why dead exes are usually encouraged to move out. Plus, by embracing his inner pirate, he's finally got the girl of his dreams.
Yeah, but being a pirate is a metaphor for being gay. He won her by fully embracing his homosexuality, and she's only attracted to him because he's gay.
Yeah, it makes about as much sense as the rest of the shit in this film. It's brilliantly meta.
Fucking hate meta.
Stop talking to the window, Steve! People will think you're crazy!
I killed a man today. So... Oh!
So the pawn shop owner is somehow still alive and dragged himself back home. Based on this, I'm assuming that crappy pirate costumes make you immortal. Either way, he's probably going through several revenants worth of pain and injury to get back.
So Flint and his literally gold-digging girlfriend find the location of the secondary treasure. The relationship quickly turns sour, though, when she decides to kill him over it.
The curse has long arms.
It's far more shocking that she doesn't succeed.
Drop the weapon, ma'am.
I was just...
You were just beating to death your pirate boyfriend. I know. I saw.
Oh yeah, the detective investigating the captain's death. I forgot you existed. Anyway, Flint gets the better of the detective and his girlfriend and gets the gold to the map maker to break the curse. Just in time for the cinema slob to trip into the treasure cave and be reborn as Bilbo Blingings.
How much you give him for that?
Wait, if that's the cinema slob, then what if everyone has a secret Mormon double?
Ooh, I want to meet Swade's non-Mormon double!
Don't be fucking ridiculous. You remember what happened earlier on? Swade is so powerful that his non-Mormon double would be Mormon!
Months later, Flint meets up with a sad-looking Luke Wilson impersonator on a beach. He gives him his eye patch and the cycle begins again.
That's not a Luke Wilson impersonator, that's an Owen Wilson impersonator, and that Owen Wilson impersonator is Kirby Hayborn. Looking like he does when he's not playing the captain.
Wait, that's the captain?
Yes, that's the guy who played the captain.
Okay, if I looked like that, but could easily look like this, I'd never stop looking like this!
We all would, well, except for Kirby Hayborn, apparently.
Where the fuck did he get that ship? Is he finally so much of a pirate that he stole it?
No, he kept some of the gold.
Oh, well, how unusually sensible and disappointingly simple. So with the captain's ashes scattered to the oceans, he can finally rest. Unfortunately, his mother was right. No pirates in heaven.
Heaven is no place for pirates.
Exactly right. That's why we have Pirate Heaven.
Pirate heaven.
Pirate heaven. Yeah, that's a thing. What the fuck? I mean, what is it? Neverland?
No. You turn right at evangelical heaven. Duh.
And where the fuck is that?
That's very far from everyone else's heaven, so they can pretend they're the only ones who got in.
I bet Pirate Heaven is like an Oculus Rift version of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Fucking hell, he's walking on the Utah salt flats in bare feet. I hope they got that on the first take, or he's going to turn his feet into pork belly. The films to best compare this to are the well-written 2000s indie comedies, things like Napoleon Dynamite, Gentleman Broncos, but better. I think you've all guessed my feelings for this film. I fucking love it. I bought it after hearing it was an actual Mormon pirate movie. Now, that's not quite as mad an idea as you'd think, because Brigham City, a Mormon slasher movie, exists. And it's quite good. Anyway, I was really disappointed when I found out that it was about LARPers. Forgave it during the mother walks in flashback and fucking fell in love when the captain died. This thing is a series of brilliant left turns that come out of nowhere. It's an amazingly happy and optimistic film, and on a personal level, I sort of connect with the idea of a group of lovable misfits really into their little subculture that gets mainly ignored by the outside world. It fits with Afghanistan and with doing net reviews. One of the great cinematic crimes of the last 10 years is that this is E.R. Nelson's only film. Do yourself a favor and buy it.
As a comedy, the movie was nowhere near hysterical, but it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. Not by a long shot. There were enough chuckle-worthy moments throughout to keep me from falling asleep, and as an allegory for homosexuality, it's a bit tougher. While the ultimate message they keep beating into us is gay is bad, they present the pirates in such a fun-loving light that it's almost like they're pro-gay. Based on the way it was presented, it seems to me like the director is saying, even if you don't agree with this, don't be a dick.
It's also possible that the gay thing was just a joke and the whole thing's not meant to be an allegory for homosexuality. I mean, I've listened to the director's commentary, and if that's what they were going for, they don't mention it.
Regardless, this isn't perfect by any means, but it's the best and worst Mormon film I've ever seen. And it'll probably remain as such until I die and go to reviewer heaven.
Reviewer heaven.
Hey, it could happen.
I'm Demanda Hagan, and I have to live with that every day.
I'm not, and I don't.
This goes out to everybody. You're not stupid. Okay? You're not stupid. Don't ever tell yourself that you are. You're important. What you have in your head may not mean a lot to a lot of people, but it's what makes you special. You are important. You mean something. And you're going to go out there and you're going to do some wonderful things. But first and foremost, you're not stupid. You're not an idiot. Don't ever tell yourself that you are. And if nobody else ever tells you this, I will tell you this. I care about you.
I'm a floating head. Oh. There you go.
This Indian scout told me a curious story.
Winged eagle. It's an old Indian myth from the north.
Man eats the flesh of another. He absorbs the other man's strength.
Now, one man must choose.
We need others.
Between having dinner and being dinner.
He was licking me!
Ravenous.
Bon appetit.
Hello everybody, hello, my name is Teddy and I'm here to talk about my brand new headphones. They let me hear in yellow. I was able to get these headphones because the mistress was given money by the nice man called Patreon. You see, Patreon pays a few monies to the mistress so he can see the reviews early and without the black boxes that hide all the silly naughty bits. He sometimes also picks reviews for the mistress to look at, which is always fun. What Teddy would really like is for you to be like Patreon. Give money to the mistress and then maybe Teddy can get red headphones. Red phones! Yeah, so you do that and I get red phones. Do it now. Yeah.
Sunshine, lollipop.